Greetings, dear Rotarians. In the series of interviews with Avenue Directors of 23-24, I have Rotarian Tina Rattra, the DEI Director, actually the first DEI Director of Rotary 3131. To introduce Tina, she was born in Pune. She's a versatile leader with a rich background in sports and the NCC. She holds a master's in personal management from the University of Pune and has extensive corporate experience. Tina Rattra founded Sadabahar Moments and Tina's Trans Thought Institute. She has trained over 15,000 people. An active Rotary member since 2016, she has led significant initiatives, including a successful Donate a Meal campaign during the pandemic. Currently, she is the District Director of DEI and a trained RLI faculty. She has been recognized by the BJP Business Cell, and she's the Woman Entrepreneur magazine. She has been featured in this magazine. Tina is a celebrated leader in her field. Welcome to the series, Tina.
Thank you so much, Tejashree, for this opportunity. It's such a pleasure to be here.
Our pleasure too. So, Tina, tell us, when was DEI introduced in Rotary and why was it introduced?
So DI got introduced in our district actually in the year 2022. That's when they were doing the foundation. Now, the reason this was happening is because, for a very long time, membership has been a concern for Rotary as large, right? So when they made a focus group to understand, why is the membership not increasing, they realized that the key to this lied in DEI. And that's when they decided, if we have to really get the membership going, our clubs need to be more inclusive. The club needs to give more opportunities to people, because if there are members that are joining Rotary, there is a reason. But if the members are leaving Rotary, then also there is a reason. So if we have to help create that balance within the clubs, then DIA is the answer for all of this. That's when in 2022, Rotary actually launched the DI campaign, and Rotarian Rich Sethi was appointed as the RI Rotary DI chair. And that's when I joined this team, because we had to start from scratch, right? Because people didn't even know the full form of DEI at that point of time. And, Rich Sethi, can you join the team? Because, you've been a district trainer for a long time, and, I got a reference. And that's when the journey began. Right from designing the logo to making the content, to working and reworking of the content. Because, what works out in the outside world may not work in Rotary, because Rotary is of individuals and business leaders. It's
True.
a community where people come together for social work. So has to be a different approach. So that's where the whole journey began, in short.
Wonderful. And now, you being the first DEI director, you must have had plenty of initiatives or programs that you decide, okay, you need to do this, you need to do that. So can you share some of these key initiatives?
So the most fundamental thing that we decided to do was to first bring the people to an understanding of what is DEI. Okay, so we decided that, we will reach out to the clubs and first help them understand at their level what is actually diversity, equity, inclusion, and how as a club we need to get this implemented. So a lot of times Rotary or our clubs have been involved in doing out there, doing things out in the society. So we collaborate with different NGOs, we collaborate with different corporates, and we do work out there. But what about taking this journey inward into our own homes, which is our own clubs? Okay, that's why we started having meetings with people. We started having meetings in English and Marathi, because Marathi is also one of the main languages for our city. And slowly but steadily, as the clubs started to understand what diversity, equity, inclusion actually is. So the minute you say diversity, people say, oh, Rotary is diverse. We are in so many countries and we have so many people. So where's the problem? We are all there. But then when you get into inclusion and equity is where the real challenge always lies, because people, like to hold positions in clubs, and then they stick to those designations. So there is a huge gap in, how the new members are treated, how they can become from being a member to becoming a Rotarian. That's where the journey lies. So
Right.
what we believed as a team was that if we could help these people understand Rotary and, we become a part of the club in totality, in spirit, then the members will get retained. And that's how we started going. Initially, the journey was very slow. Okay.
Hmm.
So when
Hmm.
we came up with the idea of speaking to Didi Mandi, she's extremely cooperative in these spaces, and we said, we need to give something to the clubs for them to take uh, the DI in their focus. So our district, as you know, has a point system where at the end of the year, the clubs complete, to get the highest points.
CPI,
So
yes.
that's right, CPI. So what we did is we got points allotted for DI. So if you are getting a DI session conducted in your club, you get 5 points. If you're doing a DI related project, you get 10 additional points. So any club, irrespective of how big or small the club is, you
Mm-hmm.
could earn 15 bonus points if you met
Nice.
the criteria. So if you want 5 points for a session, you need to ensure minimum 30% of your members have to attend the session. So it's not that you
Okay.
register and you're out. So we were monitoring all of that. So as in the after the first 3 months, we also started a campaign where we showcased videos of people who are actually working in the field of DI, not
Hmm.
necessarily
Hmm.
themselves belong to the DI, right?
Okay.
So we started conducting interviews with them, and we started circulating that in a district every alternate month. So this helped people to broaden the aspect of that. I don't need to be a diversity person myself, but I
Hmm.
can work in the diversity space, and we already have people who are doing a tremendous work, in the society. We also started to give mileage to these people we were talking to, like Teresana is one of the restaurants owners that we covered. Yeah, it is a restaurant on Ferguson College Road, which has
Yes.
autistic children working there
Yes. I've
along with
been
the
there.
other
It's lovely.
disabled. It's lovely, right? So we said told people, why don't you go there? Why don't you conduct your meetings there? So you get a sense of really what's happening. And slowly the ball started to roll. Uh, Really happy to share with you after the first 4 months, clubs were actually reaching out to us. Can we do this and can we do that? And some of the biggest projects were actually initiatives of the clubs, and we supported them. So I always
Hmm.
believe it's the clubs, who do all the work, and
True.
we as a
Yeah. Yeah.
district team are just there in the background supporting them. Uh, so as you asked, some of the top projects that we've done, one of the club members had touched was Mahesh saying that, we would want to do a Devdasi Diwali. So Devdasis are sex workers. We have an entire area in Pune, Guwahati, where these people work. There are around 800 of them working there. So there are a lot of NGOs who work there. So what we decided is, so why we would wanted to facilitate the NGOs who are supporting, the women working in the red light area. So you have the women, you have women from the community there. You have NGOs who work on the medical side, the food side, who support the children. There are 100 plus NGOs who work in this area. So we decided to felicitate them. We did a program for the children of the Devdasis, where along with the other NGOs, where we had a fun evening with them, and we also had a Barakhana for them. So right from the police people to the NGOs to the media, everybody was part of it. We had around 800 footfall that event, and we had 10 Rotary clubs and 2 Rotary clubs who actually joined us. So I think this was a turning point for us because it really helped people to understand, there is so much out there that is happening and there is so much out there to happen. But the blocks happen all in our mind. So if we are able to
Very
overcome
true.
our own biases and we are able to overcome our
Mhm.
own thinking process, that's the only help.
It takes
Because
time,
everybody
right?
else
It
is
takes, yeah, it takes effort and time.
absolutely, because culturally we have grown up by being told by people, don't do this is not good, this is not bad, or, white is good, and, everything, sleep is beautiful. So when we have grown up, these are all the unconscious biases that exist on our minds every single every single day. And we're not aware of them. So once the awareness starts to set in, is when the change starts to happen. And I'm very delighted to share with you because you're the incoming director for DEI in our district, that people have been very open. to a lot of spaces because they understand that they've been doing this journey. The only block we have experienced was, when we had to work with the LGBT community because
Okay.
of the boundaries as a society that we have drawn, right?
Okay.
But I must share with you, Tejashree, the biggest impact project that we've had is because of an offset that happened on the meeting of the 5th of January 2024, where we had a DI seminar, which was a joint effort by clubs, where we focused specifically on the LGBT aspect of it. So we had celebrity speakers, we had speakers from the community, and we also had a parent of of a child who belonged to the LGBT space. And she said her story. This, I think, was a turning around. We had 100+ audience that day. And from there is our most sustainable project, which
You can.
took off, which is going to be rolling. It's called Project Intergam, where they have come together as a community with the people from the community to come up with initiatives, right from Aadhaar cards to voting cards to medical health to giving them training. And this is a project which is, I see, going to stay because, it's been on. It got launched in Terasan, with members of Rotary and members of the NGO who want to join hands with us. So people are
Wonderful.
stepping forward that they want to give jobs. It's beautiful. Yeah.
It is. It is. Yes. I've also heard about it. Wonderful. Wonderful. And last question here, Tina. I'm sure this journey has been exciting. So can you share some of the most rewarding experiences or, memories that you have of being the DEI director?
Absolutely. I think and on a personal space, it has helped me be a better person, right? It has helped me to get in touch with my own biases, definitely. Because we really don't know, we hold them till we really encounter those spaces, right? As a DI director, when people walk up to me and say, can you come for a meeting or can we do this? When you get invited, when somebody wants to do a fashion show and saying, can we have another category for the trans male and female? And, is it possible? So when people are stepping forward to saying, I would want to open my organization to give employment to people from the LGBT community, when you get called to corporates to give sessions on DEI because I don't have that background, I think it's been very rewarding. And more rewarding, when my team has been as active as I have been. Everything I think that we've done as a district team is not done by one person. We've had a great mentor, we've had a great DG, we've had a great team. People have used all their resources selflessly to support this initiative. So it's very rewarding.
Wonderful. Well, Tina, thank you so much for talking to us and wish you all the best in the new role that you are stepping into. Till then, see you.
Thank you so much and wishing you all the best for your role. I'm just a phone call away, to support you in your new role as a district director CDI 2025.
Big shoes to fill in. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.